think that I'm going to hiding, somewhere by a gated star. Baby, they ain't never gonna find me. I'm a renegade. I could be the one who saved you from this play. We could be as one and we'll escape. We could run away, we don't gotta stay. I can feel it, it burns inside me. Take away the pain, we can go insane. I can feel it, it burns inside me. Burns inside me. Burns inside me. Burns inside me. I won't let you down. We could have the world to ourselves, going to a place that's far, staring at the stars for hours, 'cause you're a renegade. I could be the one who saved you from this place. We could be as one and we'll escape. We could run away, we don't gotta stay. I can feel it, it burns inside me. Take away the pain, we can go insane. I can feel it, it burns inside me. We could run away, we don't gotta stay. I can feel it, it burns inside me. Take away the pain, we can go insane. Trust me, I won't let you down. I won't let you down. Yeah, I won't let you down. 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 I won't let you down.
No sé qué tú ves en mí, mi amor. Ya no dejes de mirarme, que ya me gusta quién soy. Contigo me siento en control. Eres el balance en este mundo, poco humor. Se volvió ese chico que habló en mis canciones. Esas madrugadas y hermosas conversaciones. Se volvió ese chico que quería ver otra vez. Y me enamoré a volverlo a ver. Tú me ves como nadie más, bebé. Me diste alas para que vuele, pero motivos para quedarme. Tú me ves como nadie más, bebé. Tú me curas cuando más me duele. Sé que siempre has sabido amarme.
Eso eres tortolito, no queda bien, bebé. Mejor de tus amigas diciendo que no ven. Esto sea duradero, que sea algo sincero. Que un perro no cambia y eso es lo que es él. Pero tú lo viste, mi amor. Tú viste mi mejor versión. Tú hiciste lo que nadie quería. Serías para mis poesías. Siento que tú solo sabes. Chico con par de maldades, pero sinceridad, por verdadero, baby. Secreto que tú solo sabes. Momentos que siento reales. Yo lo prefiero que en un largo tiempo sea tu caballero.
Tú me ves como nadie más, bebé. Me diste alas para que vuele, pero motivos para quedarme. ese chico que habló en mis canciones. Esas madrugadas y hermosas conversaciones. Se volvió ese chico que quería ver otra vez. Y me enamoré a volverlo a ver. Tú me ves como nadie más, bebé. Me diste alas para que vuele, pero motivos para quedarme. Tú me ves como nadie más, bebé. Me diste alas para que vuele, pero motivos para quedarme. Tú me ves como nadie más, bebé. Tú me curas cuando más me duele. Sé que siempre has sabido amarme.
Girl, you should wear a name tag.
Vicious presenting.
Girl, you should wear a name tag. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whoa.
Let's go.
Summer's gone, I'm latching on. Don't even know your name, but you're still in my head. Underneath rays of gold, your body oh so close. No, I can't forget, no. When I saw you on the dance floor, oh, I saw you who saw me first. I guess it's history now, and I shouldn't care, but it still hurts. I didn't realize the danger, cause you're the end of the rainbow. And the music was so loud, didn't catch your name over this crowd. Girl, you should wear a name tag, cause all I wanna do is to know your name. Girl, you should wear a name tag, that's the only way that I get your name. Girl, you should wear a name tag, it's too important to be your name. People go insane when you walk by. Girl, you should wear a name tag. Girl, you should wear a name tag. Girl, you should wear a name tag. Lose control of myself, can't find you anywhere. Been trying for too long. I give up, I'm out of luck. Been looking everywhere, it doesn't make sense, no. So bring it back, cause I need you on the dance floor. 4 a.m. and we go home. I guess it's history now, and I shouldn't care, but it still hurts. I didn't realize the danger, cause you're the end of the rainbow. And the music was so loud, didn't catch your name over this crowd. Girl, you should wear a name tag, cause all I wanna do is to know your name. Girl, you should wear a name tag.
In this episode, we're going to be taking a look at and doing a tasting review of a celebrity tequila. It is Number Juan, right here on the Tequila Hombre. Coming up next. Hello, welcome to this episode of the Tequila Hombre, where today we're going to be taking a look at, doing a tasting review of a celebrity tequila. Yes, it is Number Juan. So we're going to be tasting today and taking a look at the Blanco. It's cool. These are like little pina bottles.
You are in a 5-minute slowdown. You are still on the fastest route.
What? Hold on. Looks like my navigation is still on from earlier today. That was totally weird. There it is. All right. We are in a slowdown, I guess. And we'll also be taking a look at the Reposado and the Extra Añejo. So we'll be tasting all three today. Welcome to all the aficionados. You guys are awesome. Todd, hi. Whoops. What's going on with that? Let's fix that. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Why is it doing that? Oh, hold on. I know why. Sorry. Overlay 2. Just 1 second here. Sorry, folks. Technical difficulties. Let's turn that off. There we go. And this on. There we go. Now let's see if this works. Oh, nope. Oh, here, this is why. Okay, hold on. All right, that should fix it. Let's see. There we go. Got it fixed. Sorry about that, guys. All right. You'd like some cascanas, etc. for Christmas? Well, I'm not Santa. In case you're not clued in there, Todd, I am Hombre Claus. So Santa's a totally different guy. He's not Hombre Claus. I'm Hombre Claus. Ron White. Yep, it's Ron White tequila time with the Hombre. That's correct. Hey, Cuculetti, how are you? Hey, Cardoza, welcome. Glad you could make it. Yes, Joaquin is now an aficionado. So you guys please welcome Joaquin Aguilar to the aficionados. One thing I wanted to say, I was really proud of the aficionados that were in on that live stream, that live broadcast last night. You guys were good. You knew what you were talking about. You fixed some things that were said that were wrong. I was really proud of you guys. I was like, those are my aficionados. That's awesome. So I think you guys are the elite. So I appreciate that. And I appreciate you being part of the aficionado membership here. So I was proud of you guys last night. I just want to say that. If I didn't say it to you, message or whatever, I was proud of how everything went with that last night. So that was good. All right, so let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the review of this tequila. Today we are looking at Number Juan. It comes out of NOM 1531. And 1531 is Distilleria Revesca. It is not really known for producing much of anything. They have 10 brands out of there, and none of them have really been outstanding or good. But the nice thing is, they only do 10 brands, and I don't even think too many of them are even imported into the U.S. So I think this might be the only brand that's imported into the U.S. But this brand was founded by two comedians, Alex Raimundo and Ron White. Alex Raimundo is from the Latin Kings of Comedy, and Ron White is known as Tater Salad. That still cracks me up, tater salad. So this tequila was more done, oh gosh, I can't even think right today, as a venture between the two of them. And it was done really for Alex to honor his father. So that's Juan was his father. And so that's why they named it Number Juan. They did it to honor his father. So that's how you do it. All right, so let's not waste any more time about the story about the brand. It's let's talk a little bit how it's made. All right, it's made in a pretty decent way. So it's made with Orno's brick ovens, right? And the extraction's done with a roller mill. And then after the sugars and stuff are extracted from agave fibers, they're then fermented in stainless steel tanks, which is perfectly fine as well. And after fermentation is complete, then it is twice distilled using stainless steel pot stills, which is perfectly fine as well. So nothing wrong with that at all. And then it is, after it is done just with distillation, it is bottled at 40% alcohol by volume. So we'll do the Blanco first, which is bottled straight as it is. It's not aged at all or anything, so pour a little bit of a all right, so looking at this in the glass, it kind of just cleared off the glass pretty quickly, but there's a little bit of pearls left on the glass. Looking at it in the glass, it is crystal clear. Looks good. No issues that I can see right there. So let's see what we get on the nose on it. All right, so on the nose, I'm getting definitely it's got a minerality to it that's coming through. It has a vegetalness that's to it in it. For me, it's more of like a grassy with a hint of mint in it. And then I'm getting it mixed in this like mintiness. I get the cinnamon and like nutmeg coming through on it. And little hints of vanilla on the top part of it. There's little tiny hints of vanilla. But it definitely has a grassy vegetalness to it. And a little bit of brininess, like saltiness, like olive brine in there too. There's definitely a little bit of salinity. It's kind of like, you know, when you're breathing fresh air at the ocean and you get a little bit of that saltiness that comes through. It kind of get a little bit of that. Where I'm picking up some salinity on the nose. It smells good. It doesn't. It's not bad, and there's nothing bad about any of that. It smells good. So let's see what we get on the taste. It's not as thick and viscous as I like on the mouth, but the flavors are there. I'm getting beautiful cooked agave. Cinnamon and nutmeg are there, definitely. It does have a little bit of brininess to it. And then picking up a hint of vanilla in there. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with this at all. This is a nice Blanco. Getting a little hint of the bitterness, the anise-like bitterness coming through in there, which is perfectly fine. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with this at all. This is good. How would I rate this? It's not super complex and super, you know, it doesn't take me on a journey. So I'd give it 3 agave. 3 agave for the Blanco. It's not bad. I could sit and enjoy this, and I can enjoy it with a cigar. It's not bad at all. Yeah, that's good. All right. So that's the Blanco. It's good. It's not the best Blanco I've ever had. It's not one that, you know, I would probably, you know, go out and seek all the time. Like, oh, I've got to have more Number One. But if I was sitting at a bar and they had Number One on the shelf, and they had Don Julio and Cazadores and Cuervo and Salsa and stuff like that on there, I'd pick the Number One. Definitely would pick it. It is better than any of those. All right, so we're going to do a quick... All right, so now we'll do the Reposado. Now, the Reposado is aged 9 months in a combination of French and American oak barrels. So it's a blend of 2. So a blend of French oak and a blend of blend of French oak and a blend of American oak. So, looking at it in the glass, coats the glass better, breaks off the glass. There's little pearls on it. Looking at it in the glass, it's got a nice light strawish amber look to it. Nothing wrong with that at all. On the nose, it has less agave to it. There's not a whole lot on the nose. I mean, I'm just picking up a little bit of chocolate and caramel. It's really faint. Yeah, I'm picking up some little hints of vanilla and chocolate in there. And that's about it. That's... Yeah, there's not a whole lot to this on the nose. And it's really kind of faint. So let's see what we get on the flavor profile. All right, so it's really interesting. You can definitely tell there's a meld between French oak and American oak. As I'm picking up the nice sweet butterscotch, chocolate-esque kind of flavors from the French oak. And a little hint of like vanilla and chocolate from the American oak. Wow. I have that butterscotch sitting on my tongue still right now. And it sits for a while. It's got a longer finish, definitely longer finish than the Blanco. Yeah. It gets a butterscotch, vanilla, caramel. Just a little hint of the cinnamon agave in there. And there's a little bit of oak bitterness in there as well. But that butterscotch just sits on my tongue and kind of rides it through the whole tasting. And then it, after everything kind of else dissipates, that butterscotchy, like having a butterscotch disc just sitting on your tongue, is sitting there. And it has like this butterscotch creaminess on the tongue, and then the surrounding bitterness that kind of surrounds that flavor, which is kind of weird. Yeah. Butterscotch, there's a bitterness in there too. It's kind of a weird bitterness. I'm not I'm not sure I like this. I mean, to be completely honest with you, I love the butterscotch that's coming through, but there's a bitterness that comes in the middle that's just kind of weird. And then that butterscotch just kind of sits there nicely. I don't know. It's not horrible. It's different. And different is not bad. You can definitely tell it's a blend of the two different barrels. If you want to try something really different, get a bottle of this. I mean, it's kind of interesting. It's really interesting. It's not like, you know how sometimes you can pick up a bottle of a tequila and you can kind of predict what kind of flavors you should get from it and what it's going to be like. This isn't the case on that. This is more of a interesting flavor profile to it. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence as to whether I really like. Now, I don't think, Todd, I don't think it's got additives. It's just, I don't know what they did with it. It's just kind of not something that I would normally. I might have to pour another glass on this. So let me no, it's not. Hold on, you guys. Let me put you guys up here so we can talk about this, okay? That's one of the reasons why I like having the live thing going on. All right, so Todd asked if it's an additive bomb. I don't think so, because there's a lot more to it. If it's got additives, you're just gonna get the flavors they add the additives to. That's it. This has other things going on in it, so it might sound. But the butterscotch, you can find a lot of butterscotch like in Reposado, and it's not additives. It's not bad. I mean, it's not like, okay, this is cloyingly bad. It's got additives in it. Here, let me explore it a little more. Hold on a second. It's just, I don't think I've ever like had to explore a tequila before. This might be interesting for a conversation piece with your tequila friends as a buy, but let me see here. Oh, you know what it is? Okay, this is what I'm getting. It's got that butterscotch, but then it also has the vegetalness that you're getting through from the agave. That's what it is. That's what I'm not used to. Hold on a second. This is driving me crazy. It has this vegetalness that's coming through on it that is that's mixing with this butterscotch. And so it's really kind of strange, but it comes across. It doesn't taste bad. It's just different. I kind of like it. I mean, honestly, I kind of like it. I don't. I'm not saying there's additives. Okay, I don't think there's additives on it because it's got too much different stuff going on in it for it to be additives. There's no additives in this. And plus, if it had additives in it, you would see that glass when I did that, showing it to you, it would be coated and it would look just like beautiful with all the glycerin and stuff that they put in it. But this is not additive. It's just the way they combined French oak and American oak with the Valle agave that they used this with. So it's got that vegetal minerality and stuff to it instead of the sweet fruitiness that I normally like from the Highland agave. So I think that's why it's getting that flavor. It's not bad. I mean, I think if you guys tried it, you'd like it. I mean, I think it's but I think you'd probably agree with me that it's got a interesting flavor profile to it, where it's got that butterscotch and vanilla and dark chocolate mixed with this grassiness, vegetalness, kind of like bell pepper grassiness, that makes it kind of interesting. Does that make sense? Yeah, it's not bad. How would I rate this? I'd give this one 3. It's not super good. It's not like something where I went, yes. Ugh. But it's not horrible. It's not bad. So if you're somebody who wants to try it, go try it. Because I think you'd see it's. I'm definitely going to sit with some people and say, here, try this, and let's talk about this. Because I'm sure we'll have some conversations about how interesting the flavor profile is. If I had to rate it on Tequila Matchmaker and give it a point value, which I know I hate doing, but if I was to do that, I probably would give it about an 80, maybe, on the flavor profile. It's not bad. I don't think there's. I'm pretty sure there's no additives in that. All right, so. So let's take a look at the extra añejo now. I got a new glass. Oops. Here it is. Right here. Clean glass for the extra añejo. That was weird. That's got an interesting flavor to it. I may have to spend some more time with that, with a cigar after I get done here. No, I don't think it's anything different with the fermentation. I think it has to do with the aging and when they're mixing stuff from the barrels. There's probably a little bit of astringency in there from the barrels. That, you know. All right, so looking at the extra añejo. Now, this is aged for 5 years in American white oak barrels. So looking at this in the glass. Oh, there you go. That's what we're looking for right there. See those legs and tears just coming down the glass. Now, if we would have saw that on the repo, that would have been even better. But see that? Look at those. Look at this. Look at those legs. So you know it picked up some of the extra goodiness from the barrel, spending 5 years in it. But look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And then looking at the color of it, it is a deep, dark amber color. Crystal clear. Looks great. So, on the nose, getting that beautiful cinnamon in there, getting nutmeg coming through, some cloves, a hint of like plum in there as well, like rock fruit. And then vanilla and caramel in there as well. It smells really good. All right, so let's see what we get on the flavor profile. Yeah, this is the star of the lineup right here. This is really good. You get that beautiful cooked agave and the cinnamon and baking spices up in the front. You get a little hint of oak bitterness that comes through there. And then you get this beautiful vanilla that comes through with this creamy caramel. And it ends with a hint of oak bitterness on there with a little bit of this caramel sitting on the tongue afterwards. This is a really nice extra new. This is a good 5-year extra new. Yeah. This is the best one of the line right here. I like this one. I'm going to spend some time with this one tonight with a cigar. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful extra neo. I'm going to give this one 4 agave, you guys. 4 agave for the extra neo. It's worth a pickup, I think. You still get a little hint of that oaky bitterness that comes through. There's a little bit of the grassiness mixed in there as well. On the finish, you'll pick it up as that caramel sits on your tongue. But if I had to put them in order of which ones I preferred, I think I'd put the Blanco and the Repo as a tie. I mean, personally, because the Repo, it wasn't horrible. It was just different. And I think I need to spend more time with it and really kind of see what I think about it. It's different. It's different than what we're used to on a Repo. Normally in a Repo, we're used to a lot of agave up front, and then we're used to a little hint of the barrel in there, where this has got butterscotch flying through it with chocolate and vanilla, and then that grassy mineralness from the agave that kind of adds a contrasting flavor. You know how normally like a sweet fruitiness, like from citrus or whatever, that you normally, a sweeter agave that you normally find from an Altos agave, really melds nicely with the vanilla and caramel that you get from a barrel. This kind of has like a contrasting flavor in the middle. So it's really interesting. I mean, it really is. If you say, hey, I think I might want to pick up a bottle just to try it, just to kind of see what I think it's worth a pickup, because I think the Repo, if you wanted to say, hey, which ones would be a conversation piece amongst aficionados where they talk about how interesting the flavor is, it would definitely be the Repo. That one kind of takes you on a weird journey that I think you have to spend some time deciphering, almost like you need like a code ring or something to figure out what the heck is going on in that. It's kind of interesting, but it's good. I like that. I love when tequila can give you something that's a little different. Okay. But I still give it 3 agave because I need to figure it out first. I may change that in the future. I may come back and go, I've spent some time with this and I'm really beginning to appreciate what it is. And I may up it to a 4 agave. But right now, it's still a 3 agave until I kind of decipher it a little bit. Does that make sense? All right. So that's it, you guys. So the Blanco, it's okay. I wasn't super impressed with it. The Repo, weird, different, take on a weird journey. Would be interesting to explore, I think. And for the price, it's really not that bad. We have it on ferment and still. And then the extra añejo, that's the jewel of the line. That one's fantastic. I'm going to be sitting with the extra añejo tonight, I think. I'm going to have a cigar as soon as I get done with everything here. And then that's it. So what questions do you guys have on anything that you guys want to ask about this, or any additional information that I can share with you that you want to talk about? Or so yeah, I like Alejandro, like I said, I don't, it's nothing different with the fermentation process. It just has to do with them blending the French and American oak barrels together and mixing it, having it aged with that Blanco that's from a Valle agave. It was just what they did. It's interesting. I typically prefer when they don't blend barrels, when they stick with either just all French oak or all American oak. I don't normally like it when they blend it, because then it gets weird. I like it normally when, in the distillery that really is the king of blending barrels is La Tequila, which is 1146. Those guys are the best when it comes to blending barrels, and that's why, like the Tres Cuatro Cinco that's behind me on the stand there. Is it back there now? No, yeah, it's back there. Hold on, let me see. I'll show you right there. It's the tall one right there that Todd asked about. That's the 3, 4, and 5 year extra añejo that are blended. They do a good job blending different barrels with different flavor profiles, and they kind of, I think, taste through it. And blend it so it kind of makes more sense on the palate, where this one's kind of like a, hey, you know what we should do? We should totally screw with them and blow them away with how weird this thing is. So we're just going to mix some French oak in here, and we'll mix some American oak in here, and then we'll, here, let's see how it, oh, that tastes weird. That's good. Okay, we're comedians. They'll get it, you know? That's kind of the way it tastes. It tastes like it's supposed to be like almost like a joke. I mean, but seriously, the way it's combined, it's interesting, it's weird, it's different. So how does the XA fit in with some of my favorites? It doesn't crack the top 5. Would it crack the top 10? Probably not. But you know, for the price, what are we charging? Let me look and see real quick what we're charging for it. I think for the price, let me see. What are we charging for? Let me see what they're charging for it. Hold on. $105. That price, I think it's fine. I think it's good. I think it's good at that price. So, I would definitely put it above Don Abraham, which is right around the $99 to $105 price range too. It's really good. I like it. It's good. So it would probably fit somewhere in my top 15 as far as extra añejos go. I think it's worth a pickup at $105. I'd buy it at $105. So this is probably the extra añejo is probably the one that you'll see mostly on my shelf, and ones that I will enjoy with a cigar a lot. The Blanco didn't blow me away. The Repo, I still need to spend some time with this thing. I think I still need to spend some time and see what that one's all about. The extra añejo is now on my list of tequilas I need to purchase. Was super curious about this line. Thanks for the walkthrough. You're welcome, Shaman. I'm glad it was helpful. I think for those of you that are a little adventurous, the Repo is worth a look at. And we should maybe just do I tell you what, let's do an aficionados discussion on the Repo. I want you guys to try this. I want you guys to try it and maybe we can sit and talk about it and see what you guys pick up as well. What do you guys think about doing something like that, where we sit and talk and we sip on the Repo and we talk. I think talking with the aficionados here, I think we'll have some fun kind of going over the flavor profile of this and exploring it a little more together as a group. I know some of you had said that you wanted to learn more about picking out flavors and stuff. This actually might be a really good tequila to use for that. So I think we can sit and sip this one and go around and kind of just talk amongst the aficionados here on what we're picking up and stuff from this and what we think of it, and have a group conversation. I think that'd be an interesting live stream to do. What do you guys think? Are you guys up for that? Oh, you want to just, okay, why don't we do that? Why don't you everybody pick up a bottle of the Repo and let's plan for, well, we can't do it Monday because that's not gonna be enough time. Let's plan for a week from Monday. The aficionados for our members only Q&A. We're gonna do a group discussion, a group tasting on this Repo. Are you guys in? Yeah, Repo for research. Are you guys hashtag Repo for research? What do you think? Who's in? Let's say if I can get like 7 or 5 to 10 aficionado members that are interested. You have way too many mezcals on your list, so you're not in for that? You haven't even gotten the La Luna yet. You're getting crazy with the mezcal stuff. I told you it's a rabbit hole. Okay, so Cuculetti's in. All right, so who else is in for doing this group tasting and discussion on the Reposado for number one? Who's in for it? I want you guys to tell me if I'm just off or if you agree with me or not, and then we can talk about what kind of flavors we're picking out for that. Okay, so Shaman's in for Repo for research. Okay, who else is in for Repo for research? So far, I've got, I think, EBA 101. Were you in for that or what? I don't know if EBA 101 was just saying that or if he was in for it or what. But I think it's something that would be kind of cool to do, and it would be for the members only Q&A, where it'd just be us on there talking about it. But who else is in? Anybody else in? No, just three of us. All right. Well, if anybody else comments on this below, maybe that's something that we'll do. I'd like to see more than just two people. I think it would be an interesting. Exactly. There's 32 people in here, and no one wants to comment on tequila. What's the drink tequila? Okay, so EB101 Boxing is in. He's in on this. But some of the people aren't aficionados. They can't comment. They didn't join the aficionados. Only the aficionados can talk about it. So some of them were outside. But what I may do is say, look, if some of the outside people comment on this post afterwards, on this video, that they would like to do that, then we'll open it up for everybody, and we'll do it as a big Q&A on a week from this coming Monday. We'll do a group tasting of the Repo on this, and we'll discuss it. And discuss what we're picking up and what we're tasting, and see what kind of things that we're finding. Okay, good. Yeah, no, exactly. Challenge your palate, and this is a way. A lot of people have said to me, hey, we want to be able to taste things like you're tasting or whatever. How do we do that? This is one of the ways to learn. This is one of the ways to get experience doing that. Is let's everybody taste something at the same time and kind of talk about what we're tasting and see if you can identify those flavors and see what you think. You didn't know what? Oh, don't feel bad. Oh, that you called out that there's 32 people in here? Oh, it's okay. Only the aficionados can comment. So there's a lot of people that are watching outside that aren't aficionados. They haven't joined, and so don't feel bad. It's okay. You didn't know. I'm sure they'll forgive you. But for those of you that aren't members that would like to participate in this, when the video's over, in the comments below, just comment that you'd be interested in doing that, and then we'll get a bunch of people as a group, and maybe we'll just do it as a wide open Q&A on a Monday where we'll talk about this Reposado and what we're tasting and what kind of notes we're picking up, and see if we all can concur on that or not. Yeah, I agree. It's worth joining, though. We're all friends. We're all friends, and it's a very good group of members. And then we really get into the woods and the bushes and stuff on some really interesting topics. So you got me curious. Never seen you. Yeah, I've never been so perplexed about a Reposado before. So this is interesting for me. Yeah, well, that's true. They should join. Everybody should join, because it's a good community. I share a bunch of additional information for you guys. You get first shots at like that Cerro de Luz that's coming in from Cascoin, as well as the Fortaleza Winter Blend. You can't believe the amount of people that are messaging me saying, "Hey, are you guys getting that at Fermented Still?" And it's like, yeah, but sorry, you're not an aficionado, and you're not a Fermented Still VIP. So those are the people that get first access to it. The people that buy the most from Ferment and Still, and the people that are members here get first shot before even them. But yeah, I've never been so perplexed about a Reposado before. I mean, seriously. Normally I'm like spot on where I'm like, okay, this is what I like. I don't like this. You guys are, you should buy it. You shouldn't buy it. But this one is really, a matter of fact, here, I'm going to, hold on a second, because I know I've got the extra new. We're going to spend a little more time. Are you guys okay with spending a little more time here doing the Reposado and exploring this a little more? Or do you guys have some place to go, or do you have a couple more minutes? Let me take a look at this Reposado some more. Let me see what's going on with this thing. I mean, seriously. All right. Okay, on the nose, I'm picking up a little more. Yeah, but it still has that weird. Todd cracks me up. I think my local store has it. If I get a wild hair this week, I'll pick it up. I have to admit, you've piqued me. No, it's just weird. Oh, even, yeah, X8, yeah. The color has the, well, no, not really. I mean, it's, when you look at it like in here, it's light. It's not really that dark. But if you look at like something like G4, because they use really long used bourbon barrels, so there's not a whole lot of the char in there anymore. This is a typical Reposado. It may look different because of the lights and stuff I have here, but it's a typical Reposado color. Same in here. It's a light straw. It's not super dark, but it's yeah, it's got a vegetalness to it, so it's definitely like a grassy, but then you're getting that. I think they're seriously doing this to mess with me. It's got this really interesting, definitely vanilla and caramel coming through, but it's just this weird vegetal grassiness that's in the middle of it. All right. This is the best way I can explain this. All right, so Alejandro's in as well. Okay, good. This is the best way I can explain this. It's really weird. Okay, so when it comes into your mouth, right, the first thing you get is butterscotch, which I love. You guys know how I love French oak, right?
Yeah, baby, I love Marisol. I love French oak. You know I love French oak. It makes me want to sing. Oh, yeah.
So, French oak is my boo, right? I love French oak. So, right at the start, it's like, it greets you. It's like,
hello, baby. I'm French oak. How are you?
And then all of a sudden, right after that, hello, baby, I'm French oak, I love you, comes in. Then it's like,
yeah, I'm a little bit of grassiness here and a little bit of salinity. So, don't get too caught up on the butterscotch party that you're having, because it's ending right now.
Yeah. And then right after that, it's actually salty. That's what it is. That it's salty. So you get the butterscotch, right? You ever had, like, salted caramel? Salted caramel for me is like a contrasting flavors that kind of go together nicely. That's what it was. That's what's throwing me off. Is it goes from butterscotch to grassy like a salinity-ness that comes through.
Salted caramel.
And then it goes right into right into vanilla and caramel. So just just so you get a fair representation of what's going on here.
It starts with caramel, baby. It's butterscotch, like beautiful French oak from like Reposado, and then it goes to
weird grassy saltiness, because I can be really salty sometimes,
to a beautiful vanilla and caramel. I figured it out. I've decoded it. That's what it is. I'm intrigued. I really am intrigued. Yeah, this is... I'm actually leaning more towards really liking this Reposado for what it represents and what it's bringing to the party. It's really interesting. It really is. So I'm sorry. Okay, we're gonna change it. I'm going for agave on the Repo now that I've spent a little more time with it. No, you know, I'm gonna push this further. I'm gonna go 4.5 agave on this. I'm sorry. You guys, this thing is weird, okay? It's good. It's good, though. It is good. It's weird, but it's good. It's... Wow. Yeah. Now, the extra añejo that we did, right? It's a typical American oak extra añejo. I seriously think that these two comedians, when they were putting this Reposado together, they kind of just said, hey, when we do the Reposado, why don't we just totally people, okay? We'll fuck them hard. We'll come on, like crazy. And that's what they did. They are totally with our minds. I think when you guys try this, you're going to be like, dude, you're so right. It should be wrong, but it tastes so right on two ends of it. That's weird. It's really weird. Yeah. I'm gonna. I think tonight I'm gonna be spending some more time with this Reposado. It makes you more curious the more I taste it. Has this ever? Cordoza's like, has this ever happened? You guys, has this ever happened before? Have I ever gotten like weird over a Reposado before? Hey. Lo siento, amigo. I'm sorry. I it's my honesty. I don't know. I just can't. I got to tell you guys how it is, right? I mean, I'm always good at telling you how it is. This is a really interesting Reposado. So now that should I pour another one? Should we go even deeper into this? What do you think? Nope. No. Okay, no. It's, well, I don't know if Shaman is saying nope, that I've never done this before. This has never happened before. So, Cordozas, this, just so you know, this has never happened before. I've never gone, normally it's pretty cut and dry. This is what I like, blah, 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 blah. It's a 4 agave or 3 agave, blah, blah, blah. We're done and we're good. I've never been contemplating a tequila, a reposado, as much as I'm contemplating this one. Yeah, okay, the Joven from Cascanes was very complex. There's a lot to that as well. But this is different. The Joven from Cascanes made sense. This doesn't make sense. This is like the two comedians are totally messing with our minds, is what I think. When they put this together, they go, oh, this tastes really weird. This is totally going to mess with people. Let's do this as a joke and see what happens. That's what I think they did with this. I wouldn't put it past them. I mean, some guy named Tater Salad. Seriously? It's weird. I feel like I'm going insane. Am I going insane? Please tell me I'm not going insane. Now the extra añejo, beautiful, straightforward, extra añejo. Nothing super weird about this one. Straightforward, really nicely done extra añejo. For $105, well worth the price. Well worthy of a pickup. I'd put it up there with, you know, above what is it? Don Abraham, extra neo. Yeah, tater salad. Yeah. Tater salad. That's what I said, right? Tater salad? It's tater salad for y'all. For y'all. Right? Is it supposed to be y'all? All right, you guys. All right, so are we in on the... Yep. I agree. The Pina bottles are cool. I agree. Are we in for doing a little talk about this Reposado a week from Monday for our aficionados? We'll have a group tasting and discussion on this. Are you guys in for that? I think I had like, if for anybody that's in, comment yes. And let me know how many people we got in. Oh, by the way, if just in case you didn't know, this is a picture of Alex's father, which is on every bottle. He doesn't look very happy. Matter of fact, he's frowning. But that's Juan. Is it better than Espolón? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Without a doubt. Okay, so they have bottles of Total Wine. Yeah, you can pick one up at Total Wine. Absolutely. We have it at Fermented Still, too, if you guys want it there. What's the price for the Repo? Let me look at what Fermented Still's got it for. Number one Repo is $56.99 for the Repo at Fermented Still. So that's not bad. $56.99 is not bad. Looks like Don Pilar. No, I don't think so. Don Pilar's different tall bottle, and it's a totally different experience. Don Pilar was a different experience than Number Juan. Definitely. I mean, I love Don Pilar. Don Pilar's a great brand. Oh, you ordered the Repo and Añejo. Done. Okay. Extra Añejo, you mean, because they don't make an Añejo. But good. I think the extra Añejo is great. It's fine. People are going to like the extra Añejo. The grumpy old guy in the bottle is a nice touch. There you go. I love Brooks. Brooks is like our rainbow happiness unicorn guy of the group, where he just finds the sunshine in everything. I've liked that about Brooks. He's always Mr. Positive, so that's good. So are we good, guys? What do you think? All right. Well, there you go. We're going to spend some more time with this Reposado. So I look forward to talking to you guys and doing a group tasting on this and seeing what we come up with together. And then maybe I might change my consensus on this. Or oh, the dad looks similar to the face. Does he? Let me look. Hold on. All right, I'm gonna have to disagree. There's the Don Pilar face right there. He's got a little bit of a smile and a nice hat and stuff on it, where this guy has a weird, like 1920s hat, and he does not look happy at all. Looks kind of angry. So, yep. Have a good night, everybody. All right, so there you go. That's the review. So those of you that are in on the Reposado, let's do a group tasting a week from Monday. I think it'd be fun. Hopefully, you guys are in for it. This Reposado is really weird, and I think you guys will enjoy it. And until next time, like I always say, life is too short to drink bad tequila. Oh, actually, one more thing. We're going to be doing 12 days of agave giveaways, you guys. So make sure you follow on Instagram and follow Instagram. You do your tagging of your friends and stuff, and just listen to the videos with the instructions. We're going to be giving away all kinds of really cool bottles for the 12 days of agave giveaways. So I have like exclusive stuff, rare stuff from La Luna Mezcal. We've got full set of tequila from Carrera Tequila. I mean, we got, and even some rare stuff, like maybe even a Lot 42 Fortaleza, maybe. So make sure you follow, make sure you you comment and tag people and do what we ask for on the videos on the Instagram channel. And you could win some of these fantastic tequilas that we're giving away. Even some of them are rare that you can't find them anymore. So pay attention, right? And until next time, like I always say, life is too short to drink bad tequila. So the Number One XA and the Repo are kind of interesting. You might want to check them out. Salud. Good night, you guys.